Hi guys. I wanted to send you a brief update about your Brave New World paper. So some of you have been asking for a video sort of explaining the Brave New World essay, just as I did with your 1984 essay, and I thought it'd be a good idea to touch base with you guys about that. So the main things I'm looking for in terms of your Brave New World essay are very similar, in fact, to what I was looking for with your 1984 essay. So the big things here are that you are establishing some sort of argument about state control in Brave New World, but in this time specifically related to more the aspect of consumerism, mind control, and the use of drugs, hallucinogens, and that sort of thing to pretty much put society to sleep. So in Brave New World, what we're looking at is a world that is probably not that dissimilar from our own in terms of sort of escaping reality through the recreational use of substances. So in our society, alcoholism and drug abuse are a significant issue, and that can be viewed in some ways as an attempt to escape the reality. It also makes for a much more docile worker in a sense. So, I mean, if you think of like the middle class life here in America, like particularly blue collar jobs, you like look at sitcoms and that sort of thing, and like people go work their job and they come home and they crack open a beer and like have to relax and escape their sort of reality. Well, or they get high or whatever it is, and we see some of those uses of drugs in our culture today. So when we're looking at Brave New World, we see where this has been institutionalized, and it's been institutionalized to the point where it is a form of control in and of itself. So beyond just being a method of control where individual members of the society are being are basically escaping of their own accord through the use of substances. We have Brave New World where it is mandatory that you escape through the use of substances, so in this case Soma. So Soma is, to sort of use a Marxian term here, it's the opiate of the masses. It keeps everybody so happy that they don't realize they're being controlled. And that's the big thing in Brave New World versus 1984 is 1984, as sort of discussed in the letter between Huxley and Orwell, 1984 uses brute force to enforce its dystopian society, whereas Brave New World uses Soma. It is a dystopia that's, to many members of that society, not a dystopia at all. It's, in fact, a utopia. It is, they believe they have reached the crowning achievement of society. They're at peace, everyone's happy, except for, people like Bernard and, John the Savage, obviously, when he arrives on the scene, because it deprives us of our humanity the way that Brave New World is run. So you have that sort of system set up in the novel. So the way that Brave New World controls its denizens is drastically different than it's drastically different than in 1984. So with this essay, I want you to really explore the specific means of control that Brave New World uses, because it's so drastically different than 1984. That doesn't mean I want you to compare it to 1984 throughout the entirety of your essay. Rather, I want you to look specifically at the types of control that we do see in Brave New World, because they are different than 1984. So you're looking at control through consumer behavior, something we also see in our society, as well as control through the use of drugs, control through sleep teaching or hypnopedia. So, I mean, we are looking at mind control on a different level here. So I want you to make some argument about the significance of that type of control that we see in the novel. So make some argument about Brave New World's ability to control its citizens through some method like that, since it's not being done through thought police and brute force like in 1984. So the structure of your essay is going to be very similar to your last essay as well. We're going to have an introduction, setting up your thesis statement, and sort of establishing a roadmap. Then you can go into sort of a literature review to sort of establish a background for your argument. So basically sort of a small review of your sources, and even sources that you don't inherently have to use to support your argument, things that are good to be aware of. And those are all things that you can find in the research blog that people are posting, as well as if you keep scrolling back, there will be instances of source material that you can see from other students in previous sections of this course. So, and then you'd want to move through point by point, creating a logical argument. So, you know, 3 to 4 supporting points. I'd say 4 to 5 supporting points in your essay, and then a conclusion where you again tie it back to your thesis and that sort of thing. So that's what I'm looking for structurally in this essay, and I think hopefully this helps explain some of the content differences in terms of what I'm looking for. So those are the big things with this Brave New World essay. Now, since we have Thanksgiving coming up next week and that sort of thing, I am going to extend the deadline, and I'll send that out in the email that I'm attaching this to once I decide on the specific dates for that. So you'll get a little extra time with your Brave New World essay and that sort of thing. So again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send me an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I probably won't really respond much over Thanksgiving next week, but I will respond, so don't worry about that. And like I said, anything you have questions about, please send me an email and we can get it resolved. So I hope everything's going well. I hope you enjoyed the book and the supplemental readings from Brave New World Revisited, the letter, all of it. It's really cool and interesting stuff, and so I hope you're enjoying getting to read that. And I know it's a very condensed format for it all, but you guys are really great. You guys are really doing a great job of keeping up with everything, and yeah, I just want to commend you for doing so well, all of you in this course, and keeping up with material. So again, any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.